Welcome to Coffee Talk and welcome to October. Today is October 1st. It's Estate Planning Awareness Month this month, which is a big deal. In fact, I'm getting ready to share my blog post that I shared yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, that have some social media templates in it for you guys to leverage for Estate Planning Month. We obviously want to get the word out, right? That if you haven't thought about estate planning, you are a person in your community who can provide the community with resources to get that done. So how are you guys planning on leaning into estate planning this month? That's why you're here, right?
Uh-huh. I got no clue.
Amber, what about you?
Well, I had a couple of estate planning attorneys that I had reached out to the other day through my Chamber of Commerce, actually, and set up. I have three one-to-one scheduled next week, and to see about how we can, be a strategic partner for one another and things like that. But here's my kind of dilemma. I mean, I know like I have it like up on my calendar. You can't see it, but I'd have to turn my screen around. But like I have a whiteboard in front of me, so it's easier to see.
Yeah.
Like estate planning's on there, but given with what happened like with the government shutdown last night, um, like I mostly had focused on apostille work, right? So it is now like, oh crap, we've got all these things. Nobody's showing up today. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm in the right place. I better start marketing an estate plan until whether
Yeah.
this lasts 30 days like last time or whether that is for, a couple of days. We don't know. I mean, this administration is all over the place, wherever you fall on that line, but it is definitely a concern for me and along with some other apostille agents that I know, like, hey, I asked them today, hey, I turned that in last night. Is there any way, like, did it make it yesterday and not today?
Yeah. So
um,
here's the just so you're aware, Amber, anything at the state level, you're not going to have any issues with.
yeah,
Okay. So anything that needs to be apostilled at the state level, you're fine. It's those federal
yeah.
State
I've got a
Department.
backlog of those. That's what I'm like, oh my God, now what do I do?
You are going to have to reach out to your customers
Yeah.
and just let each one of them. And in fact, I would just pick up the phone and create a little script for yourself that says, due to the government shutdown, your documentation has to go to the federal, explain to them it's going to the federal government. The federal government is shut down. You're not going to get any kind of response. In fact, it's just going to continue to backlog. And we're going to see the thing that really pisses me off is like we're just seeing loans kind of come back into the mix, right? Of being a little more consistent and regular. And then boom, the government shutdown happens, which means nobody's pulling tax transcripts, nobody's pulling government employment verification of employments. It's going to be rough in the apostille world. It's going to be rough in the loan signing world until the government comes back online. Um,
So all I heard was a positive estate planning.
I mean, so here's so I go into Chat GPT. I call Chat GPT Radar. I've named him Radar.
Okay.
And I asked Radar, the government is shut down. How does this affect notaries public in loan signings, in apostille work, in estate planning? And what you saw, if you've been into the community this morning, is exactly what it spit out at me. And it said basically the bottom line is lean into estate planning right now because that's the only thing that's not affected by this government shutdown, where
Mm.
apostilles on the federal level are. And of course, mortgages are, there's going to be significant delays that you'll see in loan closings. It's a challenging time. It certainly is a challenging time. However, if you are a CNTDA, and I believe all of you are that are on the call, yeah, I think you're all CNTDAs. I would just really be focusing on that right now because you can't change the slowdowns that are going to happen. There's nothing you can do except don't don't hide behind it, face it head on, call your customers if you have any, Amber Nicole, that are lost in that mix, and just continue to communicate with them. I would even make it a point to once a week or once every 10 days, if this thing goes on for a while, and it might, um, then you need to continue to just communicate with them and let them know so that they can set proper expectations and they can communicate with the people they need to communicate from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm big about communication anyway throughout the process. Like, hey, it's been a couple of days, or depending on, I mean, everything's a little bit different. So, it's like a fingerprint, right? But if it's more than that, like every, like at least once a week, hey, just want to give you your update or no update, just letting you know it's still in process.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's, I would, as a consumer, I would, even though I know the government shut down and even though I know my stuff is, I can probably figure it out on my own, this is our opportunity to really step up and deliver some great customer service, and reinforce those relationships just by staying in communication. Maybe it's a text every Monday or Friday or something, or whatever day you choose, and just letting them know. And of course, we'll keep monitoring the situation. But everybody's going to know you can't control that. So,
Right.
you know,
But that's where my mind was at this late last night, was like, oh shoot, I've got all of these in my pipeline. Oh great. Now that's gonna be the dreaded phone call that I gotta, which is fine because I mean it's not my fault, it's not anybody's, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah, it's a
And the
crappy
same
phone
thing on
call to
the
make,
news.
but
They see it. They're, it's
yeah.
not like, oh, like,
Yeah.
oh, where's this coming from?
Yeah. I mean, I think the first one you just need to explain, yours went to the federal State Department because it's now shut down. It's going to sit there and collect dust basically until the government comes back online. I mean, that's, I think we're going to see some furloughs with this. I think I don't know that this is going to be quick. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I don't, but I don't know that this is going to be a quick one, a quick shutdown. And I have lived through a government shutdown when I worked in the mortgage industry in a past life. And I can tell you, we are not the only ones going, oh shit, this morning, because they're not going to meet any of their goals or anything either, right? As this happens at a time when loans are just coming back online a little bit. Interest rates started to tick down. So it's an interesting time to be alive. Does anybody else have any questions about the government shutdown and what you should do now? Anybody?
They're all quiet this morning. They haven't had coffee yet.
I know. I've had coffee, but honestly, we were at the gym at like 6:30 this morning. I don't know what got into us. We were both up early, but yeah, I'm like, is it noon yet? It's- I got up too early. Okay. So estate planning. If you are a CNTDA, which, like I said, I believe most of you are, now is the time to lean into it. It's estate planning month. There's a government shutdown happening. I'm working on crafting, just sort of, I guess, kind of redoing my blog and putting it up in estate planning, of the CNTDA school community. And it'll have some templates in it for you guys to use to talk about estate planning in your community on your social media platforms. You can use it across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever platform you're on. So be sure that you guys check that out. So, who has other questions for me about their marketing? Anybody? This is your time.
I have a
Yes,
question.
yes, ma'am.
I I don't have all that Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, I have a LinkedIn page and
Mhm.
but I don't have like a Facebook page and all that other stuff. Is that something that I should really set up?
Yes. I believe it is. I think that social media is not just a place where you can show off your certifications, your skills, the things that you do to help your community and the different businesses that you can partner with. But really and truly in this day and age, it's proof that you are an active community, a member of your community, and this is your area of expertise. I know me personally, when I'm going to hire somebody or I'm looking into a program or anything, I do a little digging now. I do my research and I check out their social media profiles. And so, Rochelle, if creating more connection in your community is something that is of interest to you, then yes, you should create business accounts. Start with Facebook and Instagram. And I want to let you guys all know too, in January, it'll be on the 14th. It's already on our Marketing for Notaries calendar, but January 14th, I'm going to have Katie come on and do an updated social media talk with all of us so that we know all the new algorithm stuff that's out there. We know where to, concentrate our efforts, all the new rules and stuff, because it changes all the time. And she's going to come on and share all that with us so we can get our new year off to a good start. There's also a constant contact thing happening. Hopefully, you guys got that update. Amber Nicole, perfect timing for you. You just bought it, and Carol's put together this really incredible training that we're going to be looking at the end of October, beginning of November. And then next week during this call, we are going to spend the time reviewing our networking skills. Um, it's the holiday season is it's here. It's here already. I can't believe I'm seeing Christmas stuff in the store already, but I am. And so I figured if we spend some time next week just sharpening our networking skills a little bit and reminding ourselves the power of networking, it's going to get us all set up and ready for that holiday networking season so you guys can be sharp and ready to go when all of these other events come in. Amber, do you have something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you along the lines of, because it's been a while since I've, actually marketed to estate planning attorneys again. And I know like in the 5 point marketing, I kind of talk about the pop-ins, but some offices, depending on how they're set up, they're all different flavors, right? What
Mhm.
would be your recommendation like to market to these estate planning offices, especially because it's estate planning awareness month, ding 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 ding, right? What would be like your like greatest like info to me to be like, all right, Amber, this is your game plan, this is what you're gonna do, now go execute.
I'm looking up the video right now. I'm gonna put the link in the chat because we're all in the same group. Okay. So just click on that, what I put in the chat. This
Okay.
video is called Marketing to Estate Planning Attorneys. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
show you how to put together a leave behind. This is going to be just so all of you know, and most of you are seeing TDAs, you're going to see this in November, on the November 11th. That's my deadline I'm giving myself to recreate the 5 point marketing system for CNTDAs. But this first video is going to be a big part of it, in how to create a leave behind. And that can be, you can use your colors for your branding. You can use, go to an office supply store and pick a great folder or vehicle to put some of this information you're going to learn about, in these leave behinds. The pop-in gift, we've learned in the last 2 years that these leave behinds that I talk about in this video that I put in the chat are more effective in the attorney market than a pop-in. So
Okay.
I'm calling them leave behind so there's no confusion there. But it's basically you're putting together a folder that has a list of your services, a sheet of references and or testimonials, people that, reviews that you've gotten maybe directly off your Google business profile or any other attorneys that have reviewed you. You can put your price sheet in there. You can put, the different tiers of service and things that you have in it. So give this a review, and it's really going to help drive home what is working. And since it is Estate Planning Awareness Month, I highly encourage you. There's nothing easier th than utilizing that as your reason for walking in that office, right? It's Estate Planning Awareness Month. I'm Amber Nicole. This is what I do. This is how I can help you. Here's my information. I'd love to get a meeting. I'll call back next week and see if I can follow up. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So you're
Okay.
still popping in, but you're popping in with the leave behind that
Okay.
details your services, and it'll show you in this video what you need to have in there.
So like, let me just kind of play off of that. So if say like I'm reaching out to not just an estate of planning, I can't even talk this morning, sorry. Haven't had enough coffee. Estate planning attorneys that maybe aren't local to me, they're a little further, say San Diego, like I just can't just go pop in right now. Would you recommend reaching out to them on social media, or would you excuse me, or would you recommend me reaching out like with like a cold call to those? Like, what do you find like more effective in that?
So I think one of the best things that we can do to get our information in front of folks is and let them know who we are is to pick up the phone and let your personality shine, because you're still looking to meet like-minded estate planning attorneys, right? And the people that see your value. So I recommend picking up the phone. If you want to do a cold call email to get that set up first, that is perfectly fine. Or Amber, you could also create these leave behinds you're going to learn about in this video, mail them off with a letter that says, I'll be following up next week. I look forward to talking to you, trying to just
Mm.
get them on the telephone. So it's really up to you if you don't want to mail them. I recommend spending a day in the San Diego area and getting, knocking your marketing out and just getting it done in one day.
Okay.
Go back to the original plan where you use Google to plan your route so you're not zigzagging all over the place and sitting in traffic all day. But be smart and intentional about it. But decide what feels most comfortable to you after watching this video.
Okay. I'll watch it and then I'll be texting you later.
That's fine. Oh no, that's fine. You guys can do that anytime. I think it's a great reminder to highlight this video for everybody in the community, have them go in and watch it. But I will also be um, especially this week, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Next week, I'll be posting a lot of different things that you guys can just copy and paste on your social media, in your emails, just to give you some variety, because I know it gets to feeling stale when you're posting the same things over and over again. So we will definitely have some resources for you going up. I'm leaving town tomorrow and I won't be back until Sunday. So you'll be seeing some stuff today and then picking up again on Monday that you guys can use. So keep checking back with Marketing for Notaries.
Where are you going, ma'am? Sounds like for a couple of days. That sounds
A
amazing.
very exciting spot, Fayetteville, Arkansas. We're going to see Matthew up at the University of Arkansas. We found this little ranch up there that we can rent, and it's so cool. We're gonna do some shooting up there too for social media actually this weekend, but it's a horse and cattle ranch. And so it's this older home, and you just sit out there, and it's beautifully landscaped, and there's horses running everywhere and cattle over here, and it doesn't stink like a cattle ranch does because they're
I
far
was
enough
gonna say it
away.
with all the cows.
They're far enough away, but like the horses are all like running by every morning. It's so
Oh, that
beautiful.
sounds lovely.
So
Oh my
we are going to
gosh.
go see Matthew up at University of Arkansas. He just pledged Kappa Alpha fraternity. This is a bye week, so it won't be busy up there. So we're going to go hang out with the kid, and our best friend's son also attends University of Arkansas, so we'll be with them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It's about 5 hour drive. So we're gonna head out tomorrow morning and enjoy the peace and quiet. It's
I
been
can't wait to see all your pictures and post about it.
oh
I want to
yeah.
see a full video. Okay, this is what it looks like.
This is I will be I could send that. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I just can't wait to sit out there on, in the morning and drink coffee and just decompress.
Oh, bring some
Um,
crystals.
I know. I'm like, if I get one more email that says I haven't gotten my schooling to join, I just need to get away from that for a minute. It's been a lot. 2,000 people is a lot of people. All right. Any other questions about the shutdown? Hey, Joanne, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Not question on the shutdown, but I don't know if I missed anything. Any suggestions on marketing for this month, October, or
Yeah,
estate planning month?
yeah, yeah. You're gonna. We were just talking about that. I know you hopped
Oh,
in a little late. I'm gonna be posting all kinds of stuff, like I said, starting today, and then I'll pick back up on Monday. I'm just gonna be gone for a few days in between, but you'll get all kinds of social media templates and um, things that you'll be able to use in your community. Absolutely. I'm gonna just post it for everybody to see. But I think that you should use this as if there's some attorneys, estate planning attorneys, probate attorneys, family law attorneys that you have not visited yet in your community. Use this estate planning month as an excuse to reach out. Everybody always says, Jen, I don't know what to say when I reach out. This is handing it to you on a silver platter. It's Estate Planning Awareness Month. Just say that going in. Did you know? They may not even know. Did you know it's Estate Planning Awareness Month? That's why I'm here. That's why I want to talk about how I can help you serve more clients. Does that make
okay.
sense?
Thank you. It does. Now, how about for the ones for our follow-up attorneys, the touch point attorneys that we have made contact? Is that going to be kind of a different
I
verbiage?
I think it's very important that you hit them at the beginning of this month
Hmm.
and let them know, just, in case you're not aware, it's Estate Planning Awareness Month. I know you would like to get the word out to more people in our community. And I'm going to recommend last year, we do the same thing we did last year, which is taking some of the templates I'm going to give you and share it with them and say, here, use this to help promote this on your Google business profile or in your social media posts or on LinkedIn. You can use it. I've created this template for you so you can use this to post, and you're handing them a little gift that only costs your time to make. But I'm
Okay.
really gonna make it for you.
Okay.
So
I'll
you
be
just need to
looking.
curtail it right to your community.
Right.
So you'll see that a little bit later today. It worked really well last year, just creating that little post that people could snatch it up and use it if they wanted to, and if they don't, they don't. But it's showing your generosity that you are sharing that, letting them know this is how they can utilize this month's holiday in their business.
Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about the verbiage. I'm like, do I send a card saying happy estate planning
You
month? I
could.
don't know.
Yeah, you could, but the best thing to always do is think about how can I take this month or this holiday and share what they can do to use this holiday for their clients because that's proving your value to them.
Right. Okay.
So I will have this up and post. I was hoping to have it up today, and honestly, I just ran out of juice yesterday. I had to log out. So I will have that up for you guys probably in the next hour or so. So take a look at that so you can just copy and paste and send it out.
Nice. In the school.
It'll be in the Marketing for Notary School community. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Jen.
You got it. Thanks, Joanne. Great question. Yes, Rochelle.
I just thought of something
Yeah.
with what you were just saying with those templates, um, that we could add that to our leave behind, couldn't we? When we went in to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can use it however you want to use it. You could put it, it could act like a cover letter on the top of the leave behind that happy estate planning month. Here's how I can help your business. As long as your focus is always, how can I help you with your business? And you're pointing that out to them, that right there is proving your value. And that's going to make them sit up and want to take a listen.
Yeah, because that's what I was just starting to think. Because I have my folders, and I just don't know what to put in that leave behind. I mean, I've already drafted up kind of a letter saying, hey, this is what but the value I can add to your business. But now you're going to have adding more to it. But
Watch the
my problem
video.
is,
Watch
yeah,
the
is
video
my
that I
preaching.
linked
Yeah.
into the chat. Watch that. It's in our community, in the Marketing for Notaries community. And that's going to show you. I actually used Julie Moore's example and her leave behinds that she drafted. And we've been running this through, I've been running this through my coaching clients all year, and it's working like a charm. I don't like to just throw things out unless I test it. But watch this video. This is not going to be the video I use to talk about step one of the 5-point marketing system for CNTDAs, but it's really damn close. So,
Yeah, I went back and rewatched the Julie Moore segment, and I took a lot of notes from it. I remember watching it originally. And so yeah, it was good.
yeah, so I think you want to put like a nice cover letter why you're sending this to them. It sounds like you've already been working on that. You want to do a list of your services and how you divide those up and where you're willing to travel to, how far you're willing to go. I think it's important to have a testimonials sheet where you've taken some of your reviews and your 5-star reviews, and maybe listed at least 3 or 4 of those so they can see that, especially if you have a review from another attorney in town. That's important. And then you can put a list of your social media handles so they can follow you there. You can put your pricing sheet. There's so many different things that you can do. The point is, you're creating a professional folder with information that highlights how you can help that attorney office make more money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Joanne.
I listed all that which you mentioned to put in the folder.
Mhm.
Instead of separate pieces of paper, what do you think of putting that in a brochure type of format
Sure,
or pamphlet?
yeah, you can absolutely do that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I
Mm-hmm.
will say it would look more professional if you handed them, like if you had a brochure to maybe put inside the folder. The folder looks like you have just created it specifically for them.
Oh,
And so
right.
that's
I,
the catch with it, right? They're like, oh, she's really taken the time to craft this lovely piece of literature for me. Doesn't even mean they're going to go through and read it all, Joanne, but um, I
mm,
wouldn't overspend on the brochure, but I think it is a good idea in addition to, like, to put in the folder.
right. No, that's what I meant
Okay,
because
good,
that's
good.
like 3 or 4 items. So maybe like the list of service and the price sheet could be like in a pamphlet type inside of there instead of like 5 pieces of paper in the folder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you could even just do a brochure about, if you're going to order them and spend the money, you could do a brochure about you and your business, and create like a trifold brochure that talks about the different credentials you have, how long you've been doing this, what you do outside of this, how you are invested in your community, and kind of just use it as a showpiece for you,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can be impressed and say, wow, okay, this is somebody I would want to work with. Um, and that's also something that you can reuse in anything, right?
Okay. And what are your
Not
thoughts on,
specific to estate planning.
right? Yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on pamphlet style or brochure style?
I would do trifold brochure style. Um, just because it looks, in my opinion, they look more professional.
Okay.
Um, I think it's going to be about the printer you choose,
Printer. Okay.
who you choose to use to print it to make sure it looks, you want it on glossy paper. You want
Mhm.
it, you want it to look like a professional brochure, not like something you printed out on your printer at home and trifolded.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Thank.
yeah, look at Vistaprint, look at other places that do that kind of printing. And um, I think it's a great idea to really talk yourself up, which feels weird to do. So if you need some help with that, just let me know. Reach out and let me know.
Okay. Thanks, Jen.
You got it. All right, guys. Any other questions today about your marketing? Please leverage this estate planning month, and it's actually, just so everybody's clear, we keep saying estate planning month. There's an estate planning week that happens the third week of every October, and we have just kind of parlayed it into this month. So, but lean into it. Use this to your advantage. Get out there. People, like I said, people ask me all the time, what do I say? It's Estate Planning Awareness Month. I haven't worked with you. I want to work with you. Here's everything you need to know about me. And that's literally word for word what you can say when you walk in to meet these folks, or you see them at a networking event, or something like that. Any last minute questions or comments before we wrap up?
Have a great time on your trip.
Thank you. I plan on it. We'll go drink wine on that beautiful patio and watch horses. All right, guys. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Check back in the marketing for notaries. Oh, Joanne, Rochelle's right. I didn't even think about that, Rochelle. She put in the chat, you can make a brochure on Canva and use nice paper to print it on. She's done that before. So just a lower cost option, depending on how much your printer ink costs.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Thank you.
yeah, check out Canva too. Um, I will see you guys next Wednesday when we will be talking about sharpening our networking skills. It's going to be more of a learning opportunity instead of an ask me anything. And then check back in the community just in about an hour, and you'll see some things that you guys can copy and paste to get you started celebrating Estate Planning Awareness Month. I will see you next week, guys. Bye.